Do you ever feel pressure to get married to a black woman? Why do you tell people you're single when you're not? There's so many deodorants out there. Like, what really happened with Braden? I don't even know if I'm gonna answer this question online. Am I sexually fluid? Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy. Let me move this up a little bit. All right, here we go. Here we go. A little self-tape. Haven't done this in a while. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Tashawn, and I'm back. And I'm doing this video actually because I never answer questions about myself, but also I meant to do a vlog this week, and the vlog turned out horrible. Like, I just had lunch with a famous CEO, one of the top CEOs in Nova Scotia. It was a great experience. Mr. French over here. How you doing? Junior, we had a great talk today. Halifax is an ocean city, right on the Atlantic Ocean. The behind the scenes are here about to present at Vansville. It's my guy right here. Oh, he got in the video. I think that was a real part of me living my truth is. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know if I was just a little bit lazy with it or just confused. I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing. So it's like, I was just taking random clips of me doing random things on my speaking tour, and I thought that would turn into a vlog, but didn't work out. So anyways, we're gonna do something completely different. I'm just gonna answer questions because everybody says I avoid questions. I always ask other people questions. So today there's a chance for me to answer questions about me, right? So what I did was I put some questions on Instagram, and people have had some actually pretty good questions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to answer them. I got you. Here it is. First question. You know what? Let me look at what the first question is. How do you feel about your body being exposed on TV? I feel like my body's pretty exposed all the time. You know what? I've actually taken steps to do less of that on social media, just not show off my body as much, because I didn't feel like it was always necessary. Like, to be real though, I love being naked. Like, I cook naked sometimes. I like being naked, but like, I don't think those things are always necessary to put on social media and put out there. And on something like being on TV, I feel like, yeah, I wasn't wearing clothes most of the time because I don't like wearing clothes. And yeah, that stuff got exposed on TV, but I think I was okay with that. Like, it was just me being myself. And I think it being exposed on television is just kind of what comes with the game. Like, when you put yourself out there on national television, I think a lot of things can get out about you that normally probably wouldn't. You have less control about what gets out. And I think I was just really being my authentic self, and yeah, my body got exposed. But, you know, I've taken more steps to do less of that on social media. I don't necessarily want to only be known for my body. I feel like there's so much more to me than being naked all the time. And I think those are the things I kind of want to show off as well, because I think I'm a deeper person than I show sometimes online. And I think that, you know, being less naked allows me to show some of those qualities off more. Why do you tell people you're single when you're not? I feel like this is more of a... It seems aggressive because I am single. I feel like this is a question that should just say, are you single? The answer is yes. I think where we're getting at with this is a why are you single type of thing. And for me, why I'm single is the fact that I just feel like I'm a really go with the flow person in life, and I feel like the situation just has to make sense for me to enter a relationship. It just has to make sense. And like, a lot of times it doesn't make sense. I feel like a lot of people come into my life and often disturb my peace of what I'm doing. You know, like, if I want to go on a trip, if I want to go out for dinner, if I want to just do what I want, I'm very spontaneous. So it's like, I kind of do things on the fly. I rarely plan things. And that often hinders a relationship. Like, the spontaneity doesn't always work when somebody kind of wants a plan, you know? And I just feel like I struggle with planning certain things. And I feel like in relationships, people need concrete answers. And for me, it's like, I don't always have them. Like, I just want to do what I want to do sometimes. And like, I don't want to answer to nobody. I don't want to have to call everybody every day or someone every day. I don't want to have to do anything, right? I think I just love my freedom of choice, and I feel like when you're in a relationship, you don't always get that. That being said, I feel like, you know, I've been in situations where people have tried to understand me and have been really loving and supportive to me. But I don't know, the situation just has to be right, and someone has to really get me for me and not try to change me. And I think that's the reason why I'm single. You know, like I'm so focused on what I'm trying to do and trying to achieve. And if someone's not bringing something to the table, they shouldn't be at the table, right? And they're not aligned with my vision, and our visions are not aligned. It's hard for me to want to be in a relationship. Like, we have to be on the same page, and my page is a messy one. Ooh. Do you ever feel pressure to get married to a black woman? Whoa, that's a good question. Actually, that's a really good question. Do I ever feel pressure to get married to a black woman? How do I answer that? Yes. Not a whole lot of pressure, because I wouldn't say my family puts that kind of pressure on me, and I wouldn't say society puts that kind of pressure on me either. But I know that it's there. Like, to be real, like, I love seeing black love. Like, it's such a beautiful thing to me. And I think there is something to be said when you're with somebody who has the same cultural background as you. Like, I know my family would love, obviously, if I was with somebody, like a Caribbean woman, like someone from the Caribbean, like, they would love that. However, like, I know they would love more so me being with someone I love, right? Like, the idea of me being with someone of the same cultural background is a beautiful one. But, like, I'm also not ignorant to the fact is, like, you just can't help who you love. Like, I don't prefer any type of cultural background in terms of, like, who I tend to be drawn to. Like, I'm just a person that is attracted to energy. So it really depends on, like, the energy you're providing. Really, like, a cultural background doesn't matter as much for me. That being said, I love black women. And I don't know who I'll end up with. So it's like, but do I feel the pressure? Like, a little bit, you know, but it's not pressure to the point where it's like, I feel like I have to, or I feel like I'm going to not end up with someone I love because of the pressure. I think at the end of the day, the people who matter in my life will be happy if I'm with somebody who I'm happy with. And I believe, like, I wouldn't settle for anybody under pressure. I would just do what feels right. And that could be anybody, really. Not anybody, but somebody with the right energy. When are you planning on settling down? Ooh, great question. I think, Okay, so I don't want to be that 40-year-old uncle at the barbecue that's single still. Like, that. I'm not trying to be that guy. Like, I'm 56 and I'm there at the barbecue. Like, what are you guys saying, shorty? Like, I'm not trying to be that guy. Like, I'm more of the, I want a family. I want to be married. It's really interesting. I don't know when that's going to happen. You know, in my mind, I thought it would say like 35. Like 35 would be a good age, but now I'm 30, and like in 5 years will I be married and on my way to have kids? Seems hard to believe right now, but not completely out the question. When am I gonna settle down? If I had to guess, I would say within the next 10 years. I feel like that's a big range. So I'd say like at least 35. 35 would be great. But again, I don't like to plan out my life, so see what happens. At what age did you lose your virginity? It was on a birthday. I want to say it was my 15th birthday. I lost my virginity on my 15th birthday. And it was to this girl. I almost named her. I'm not going to name the girl. But let's call her Kelsey. She was such a great girl. We dated for like, I want to say maybe 6 months up until that time. I remember like, she was like, no, you're waiting 6 months. And crazy to think, because now if someone's, no, I'm kidding, I would wait for the right person. Yeah, I would. No, but seriously, so we started dating, and this was at a time where like Cassie was big, like, it's me and you. And she kind of looked like Cassie, like she was fire. Anyways, I don't know why I had to put that in the story. But yeah, she finally said, it's time. And I was like, yes. So I remember after school, those after school link ups back in the day, those sneaky links after school. We linked up at my house, and yeah, that was both of our first times. Like, we lost it to each other. I remember thinking like, this is it. Like, I don't think we both really knew what we were doing, so it wasn't what it is today. But yeah, that was my first time, and I remember like I had to sneak her out the house because my mom came home kind of right after, and I was like, ah, damn, because my mom caught us. Oh, That's a scary thought. So I remember I had to carry her out of the house. So I had to carry her down the stairs because my mom comes into the garage. And I was like, okay, once I heard that garage door open, I'm like, get your shoes, get everything. I had to carry her, so my mom, if she heard us coming in, she'd only hear one pair of footsteps. And I carried her out the house, and she was out. Weird way to end the first time, because it was just kind of like it was a weird goodbye. But yeah, that was my first time, and I was about 15. Grade 9, 10, around there. What made me get into basketball? Interesting question. My dad loves basketball, and he always has. He actually played hockey growing up, and he tried to put me in hockey first, but I don't do the cold thing. Like, it wasn't it for me. I remember he put me outside in Montreal on a skating rink, outdoor skating rink too. This guy's a savage. Outdoor rink. I'm there trying to skate. I was freezing. I was shivering. The skates hurt my feet. I'm like, this is not for me. So he knew that wasn't for me, and he would have loved for me to play hockey. But he actually put me into basketball. And when I was like 8 years old, I was probably this size. I wasn't this size, but like I was probably like, 6'3". And when he put me into basketball, it was just like I was just bigger than everybody. So I dominated growing up, and I thought I was going to the NBA. Like I was big and strong. Like I played like LeBron growing up. I'll just go to the basket. No one could do anything. And then when I got to like grade 8, grade 9, people started catching up, and it just wasn't the same. My jump shot needed to be better. My guard skills needed to be better, and I just couldn't bully everybody anymore. And then basketball didn't become what it was supposed to be for me in terms of me going to the NBA. However, I played with a lot of great players who went to the NBA. I had a lot of fun doing it. And I think I made all my really close friends in life from basketball. So basketball taught me a lot about life and really contributed a lot to it. But yeah, it didn't work out, and it was my dad that put me into it. My dad puts me on a lot of stuff. I don't always give him the most credit for it, but my dad is like, he's the guy. Like, he's probably the reason that, a big part of the reason that I am where I am today. Right? He's a huge part of that. Like, he's taught me a lot of life lessons and done a lot of great things for me. What is a relationship deal breaker for you? For me, deal breaker for me in a relationship. I think my biggest turnout for somebody is I love someone who's open-minded and who I can learn something from, and I love someone who's ambitious. Ambition to me is so sexy. Ambition and drive, like you're just a go-getter. You want to learn, you want to grow, you want to just experience the most out of life. Like, that's my favorite thing. So my turn-off would be the opposite of that. Like, if you're just closed-minded and lazy and you're just like complaining about how hard life is and like you don't want to do anything, I think that's a real turn-off for me. Mind you, I'm sympathetic to people who have struggles in their life, because I also love someone who's been through a lot and who's had a significant struggle, because I feel like I've had my own struggles. But I think it's really important for me to see somebody who wants to get the most out of life. And if you're just closed-minded and you don't want to do anything, you don't want to travel, you don't want to grow, you don't want to try new things, and you want to just stay where you are and stay stagnant, I think you have a hard time with that. And to me, that's the biggest turnoff. And BO, like, if you stink, like stinking it's a thing. Like, I'm very my scent is my strongest sense, right? And I can't see well, I can't hear well, but I can smell so well. So like, bad body odor, like, it's not going for me. Sorry, nah. But yeah, turn-offs, closed-mindedness, and stank, for real. What is my best memory and why? Ooh, that's a tough one. What's my best memory and why? Oh, there's a lot, but you know what? I'm gonna send this one back to like my last guys trip with my guys. Like, I love guys trips, like, cause they're so fun. Like, my friends are like some of the most fun. Like, they're the funniest people in the world. Like, I gotta do more YouTube stuff with them because I'm going to. But they're so funny, and I think my last guys trip might be one of my top memories. Like, it's just we just crack jokes for 7 days straight, and it's like there's no escaping it. There's no phones. Like, there's no service. Like, everybody's just, we're on the beach, we're having drinks, we're going on excursions, and we're just having a good time. Like, when I go anywhere with my friends, it's like it lights up wherever we are. And I think, you know, like in recent memory, like that is one of my most fun experiences, like being with my people. You know, so I think that's for sure one of the top ones. Like we're crazy. I love my guy. Yeah, has to be that. Has to be. Like other than like winning Big Brother Canada, I mean that was fun, but that was like overwhelmingly fun. You know, it was the whole experience being in the house and meeting all those people, but like that experience was so much fun, but so overwhelming at the same time. But to think of like, you know, people who are pretty much family to me going on trips and experiencing life with them and doing fun things and new things, I think to me is probably one of the most fun experiences. And we're supposed to have a Miami trip coming up. Oh, that's gonna be, I can't wait, honestly. Oh, this must be a Big Brother Canada question. What really happened with Brayden? I don't know how to answer that. Like, I don't know what you mean by really happened. Like, here's the thing. Brayden's my guy. Like, we went to Final 2 on Big Brother Canada, and we went to the end together, and we had a really good relationship. And what really happened? I mean, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in a bit. But I feel like after that game, you just can't stay super tight with everyone. So if that's what the question means, I guess. I don't know what else could happen. What is my biggest weakness? A sundress. Actually, I don't, curly hair. I mean, I don't know what the answer to this question should entail. Like Thai food? Or like fried chicken? Like, I love fried chicken. What's my biggest weakness? I don't know. It could be so many things. Like Ciroc by P. Diddy? Like, I'm not sure what my biggest weakness is, but like all those things I named make me weak in different ways. You know, a back massage, kiss on the neck. You're right here. I'm done with this question. I'm not even gonna, anyways. Best way to make me laugh. Ooh. I mean, you just gotta be funny. Like, I like people with a sense of humor. If you're not funny and you don't have that outside the box sense of humor, like, and you're too sensitive, you're not gonna make me laugh. I'll tell you that. Like, you know, I like, you know, awkward situations make me laugh. Uncomfortable situations make me laugh. Borderline offensive jokes. Like, you know, I like those jokes that are like, you know, borderline offensive, but we all understand that it's a joke, so it's funny. Like, I love funny situations like that. Yeah, best way to make me laugh, like, straight up, you just gotta be funny. Like, am I sexually fluid? What does this mean? Hold on. Does it mean what I think it means? Let me look that up. A person's gender fluid is not fixed. That remains roughly stable over time. I mean, like, I thought this question, you know, I wasn't sure what it meant. Like, it doesn't mean like I'm into, like, you know, doing some crazy stuff sexually. I don't even know if I'm gonna answer this question online. But what I'll say is this. I love women, yes. But I also can acknowledge a really attractive guy. You know how some guys are like, I don't know if that guy's good looking. I can see a good looking man and be like, that guy's fire. Like, we know, like, let's not lie, like, I know. So like, I'm able to do that. Like, I can acknowledge an attractive man, but I really believe like women are just, I love women. Like, they're just, you know, they're a work of art in all senses. Curves, the shape, the hair, their smell. They got the right deodorant on. No, I'm kidding, but like, yeah, like women are just a work of art. It's for me. Oh, BB Can question? You know what? Let's take a BB Can question. How confident that I was gonna win Big Brother Canada? I wasn't going into the house. Like, you know what? What's crazy is like I was talking to one of my best friends before we went in, and she was like, "Yo, if you get second place, that would be dope. Like, we think you could get second." Like, that was the mentality going in. Just cause, like, to be real, like, we haven't seen anybody black win. Like, there was close situations with Dougie and with Gary, and like Gary pretty much almost won. But I mean, it just didn't seem feasible at the time. But then when I got into the house and I saw who was in there and I started feeling out the vibes and feeling out different situations, I was confident that I could win. You know, as time kept going on and I kept avoiding even being looked at, I was like, oh shoot, like, they're really gonna let me win this game. And yeah, as a result, I won. If I was a superhero, what powers would I have? Well, I always say I would have magic, but I don't feel like this question allows me to use magic because I feel like with magic you could do anything. What? Yeah, I would fly. Like flying is so important to me because I could just get up and out of a situation. You know, like you ever been in an awkward situation? You can just up and fly. Ah, God. Or if you get that 2 a.m. you up text, you could just, no, I'm kidding. But like, I like to be able to just get up and go. And I think flying would be probably the best thing. Like, yeah, super strength, I wouldn't care for that. Cause like, who am I trying to fight? Like, unless I'm trying to save the world and beat up bad guys. But that doesn't sound like me. That sounds like a lot of work. Like, I feel like somebody else would be on that. I'm more of the, you know, let me pick someone out of a fire and take them somewhere else. Yeah, like flying, 100%. I think that's all the questions I'm gonna answer for today. I thought I'd get some harder questions, but I slid through those, you know? You know what? If you have any other questions for me, you know, write them in the comments. Did I answer the questions well enough? Because people say I avoid questions. Let me know. Also, turn on those notifications, like, subscribe, and you know what, guys? Thank you for being a part of this with me. This YouTube journey has been so much fun. And if you've been here thus far, thank you. Thank you for participating. It's only gonna get better from here. I strive to get better over time. I need to put more time into creating this kind of stuff. And I'm enjoying it. I want you guys to get to know me more. So however that can be, let me know. You know what? Like I always say, make someone's day by making them smile. And I'll make more videos making people smile. Like, I want you to see it live. I'm not just saying that. Like I mean it. Like I love like making someone's day. I love, you know, having positive interactions with people. I think that just has it could just have such a big impact on someone's day and sometimes someone's life. You know, they have a better faith in humanity. So, like I say, I'll say it again. Make someone's day by making them smile. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I'll see you soon. And that's it. But I am getting old. Like I'm almost 30, so it's like, well, I am 30 actually. Wait, I just turned 30. Yeah, so like, you know, I'm more open to the idea now. And like, you know, I'm doing interviews.